Alright guys, welcome back. Just got my fenders dropped off from the freight guy. I don't know why that was so exciting. Usually everything I buy comes in a Lamatron box. So, two fenders. Woo! Not all rusty. Of course I had to get them out and, try to see what was going on and inspect on them. And, yeah, it looks like they're going to fit pretty decent. Except for my door. It needs to come up just a little bit. Get the camera mount. So my door needs to come up just a touch. And as you can see there, I got this guy cinched down, which I already unbolted it because I'm pulling it off, but you can see the body lines just don't line. So I have that going on. The door's straight and closes phenomenally, but I gotta change it again. So you can see it's down about that much on both sides. So I'm gonna do the fun thing. Not so fun thing. And try to line this door up. Not a body guy, so it's gonna be interesting. Well, get a popsicle and get to it. All right, that was pretty painless. Got the gap rolls up on this side and on that side. I'm going to cinch these bolts down, tighten the rocker back up with a latchy deal on the back, and I think we're good to start putting this fender on. So the body line, pretty close right here. And where you go down, you see I can a screwdriver back here. That's proud just a little bit. We're going to suck that up by throwing some transvestites down here. There's some shims on the bottom, and that'll make it go whoop, and stick the middle in. And everything else looks decent. Gap looks pretty consistent that way. Door gap looks, good enough for government work from 1969. So that's going to be a Christmas present. A wrap. So I realized I didn't put that bolt in yet. This little guy. And to get this bolt in, I had to shift the fender back just a touch, which I don't know if you heard that. That's the fender touching on the inside, or the inside of the fender touching on the door. Right, you can see some paint transfer right there. So obviously with it pushed this way now to line up with the very back edge of that bolt being lined up, like there is more adjustment to come back this way more, it's hitting. So that tells me that this door has to come back. Yeah. And yeah, I can buy that. There's a little bit of a gap there. Not so much down at the bottom, but at the top, which is also where I'm hitting over here. So the door needs to go like that. So let me get my one-man door holder tool out. Oh, there it is. See if I can position this a little better. Join me, won't you? Well, as you can see, close that gap up a little bit. A little better. Here, though, I am not happy with that. So it needs to come, I would say, forward a little bit on the fender, but the hole that little guy goes into, it's like this bracket is off. Little tab here on the back side of the fender. So I'm going to take this off and sand that a little bit, oval that hole some so I can have some play room so I can put that fender where I want. And while I'm in there, raise that door up a little bit because when I put the weight on it, sagged it back down. So let's get to it. All right. Door gap's still good. Door shuts straight. Now let's grind this door hole out. This little guy right there. So that worked pretty decent. I'm able to get that spacing all right. Gaps are okay. Kind of hard to see, but down here it's a little more open. Up at the top it's a little more open. And if you look, body line is just below, fender body line is below the door. I'm probably going to put an 1/8 inch shim in there. Bring you up so you can see what I'm doing. This is where it starts getting back and forth, back and forth. It's like a fender. But now that we're doing this, you can see that little gap that I dropped the door back. Like I can put that whole little smidge right back in here. But it's not going to happen. It's going to be what I call good. Sure that you can get it a little better than that, but this fender's about 98% sure going to have to come off again for something. I'm going to figure out a way to turn this thing around, and let's try the other side. Join me. Well, that's the fender, the passenger side, but it is not same on left as on right. For some reason this door took forever to line up, and kind of got the seam good at the top ish, but it gets real narrow down there at the bottom. The side's all jacked up because the cowl's in pieces, but you know, and the door's got to come back off for rust repair. But that front lip, that's a big gap right there. That's like finger width, and I can bring it forward some, but that's going to put a huge gap back here. So I got to think on this one a little bit. It's also with the door level to where it needs to be. This is down quite a bit, which I can lift up a little bit, but that's another finger width. So it's almost like the body's sagged or something on this side, but it doesn't really make sense. I don't know. If you guys got any ideas, let me know why that's doing that. I'm gonna have to try to, like, I don't know, do some things, shim it or something. I hadn't even got down to the bottom yet to try to line up, you know, that gap, but that looks pretty consistent, just not where it needs to be. Almost like the fender needs to come out some, but can't come out too much with that. This hole in this bolt here, maybe I got a little bit. But yeah, that's going to take some more finagling, and I'm done with that for today. So thanks for watching me put on these AMD fenders by AMD. Seem to be decent shape. I don't know. Brackets feel like they could be moved a little bit, but I guess that's all the different parts and pieces don't really go all together. So I'm reading. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and join me in the next video where I attempt to put the hood on and then see how far off everything is and then adjust it all again. One bite at a time. Well, do that like and subscribe thing if you would, please. That helps me out a lot. I'll see you next time.